Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the latest edition of Wow, Lynch, Wow, dedicated to filmmaker David Lynch and inspired by the triumphant return of Twin Peaks. A friendly warning to everyone who isn't caught up on all 5 episodes of the new season of Twin Peaks: there will be spoilers, and they will begin shortly, so viewers and listeners be warned. Who killed Laura Palmer? That was the driving mystery behind the original Twin Peaks. The driving mystery behind the new Twin Peaks is still far more difficult to pinpoint, but Special Agent Dale Cooper is right in the middle of it all. Shortly after Cooper was reborn via electrical outlet, he assumed the life of Dougie Jones, and we quickly learn that Cooper's mind is essentially a blank slate. Is this the result of being stuck in the lodge for 25 years? Or is it the result of him being tricked somehow, as Mike informed him when he revealed the gold pearl? Some combination of this, or something else entirely? Whatever the case may be, Cooper is in a situation where he needs to observe and learn in childlike fashion in order to fit in. What Cooper lacks in memory, he is making up for with luck and good fortune. I maintain that this good fortune ties into his interactions with the eyeless woman who felt his face up and then pulled a lever before suffering some ill fate. So far, Cooper's good fortune saved him from the aim of a would-be assassin, enabled him to win or assist in 30 mega jackpots, but most importantly, it has provided him with just the right amount of language he needs to advance to the next level.
Here's $5. Call for help.
Call for help. Call for help.
Hey! Gonna need some change.
Some change.
Hello!
Hello! Hello!
Lancelot Court. Your house has the red door. That's how I always find it. Maybe a $6 or $8 cab ride.
Lancelot Court, cab ride.
Mr. Jackpots! Mr. Jackpots! Tell me which one.
Don't tell me you hit the jackpot.
Mr. Jackpots.
Here's your coffee.
Coffee.
Sorry, Dougie, I didn't get one for you. I didn't know if you'd be here today.
Coffee.
So far, several things appear to have triggered memories in Cooper. The Great Northern Keys and the Sycamore sign. It's difficult to say if these things really had an impact on Cooper, but he appeared to at least have taken notice of both. Coffee. This was the first word that Cooper seemed to legitimately recognize, and it triggered a relationship between pleasure and the word coffee in Cooper's head. The statue. Coop was mesmerized by this statue, which appears to have reminded him of his affiliation with law enforcement. He seems especially interested in the gun and the shoes, but he was simply mesmerized by this statue. He also seemed to recognize the words agent and case files, again suggesting distant memories of his role in law enforcement. Beyond that, he seems to have an emotional connection with Sonny Jim. He gets overjoyed when he sees a happy Sonny Jim smiling, and he sheds tears of sadness when he detects pain and suffering in Sonny Jim. So what will happen next? Here's my theory. I'm gonna guess that Dougie Coop runs into Bill Shaker. I got the impression that Bill was a drinking and gambling buddy of the real Dougie. We know that they're friendly, given the fact that Bill knew to find his house by looking for the red door.
Lancelot Court. Your house has the red door. That's how I always find it.
So Bill and Dougie are gonna run into each other by chance, and Bill's gonna take Dougie back to the casino. And when Cooper arrives at the casino again, this is where I imagine all hell will break loose. Not only will the new casino manager be quick to notify the bosses when he sees Coop back at the casino, but I also suspect that the two would-be assassins will also be at this very same casino by chance, and I think they're gonna spot Coop during the calm just before the big storm. They're gonna think he's dead going into the casino from the car explosion, but they will immediately recognize him when they see him. So the would-be assassins and the casino boss ruffians, they're all gonna be converging in on an unsuspecting Cooper. I'm definitely envisioning another strong dose of good fortune coming Coop's way, where some totally improbable sequence of events unfolds in such a way that Coop and Bill Shaker ultimately escape this impossible situation unscathed. What will most interest me in this situation is how Cooper reacts, A, if someone attacks him physically. I'm imagining in this situation, he won't be inclined to fight back and defend himself, at least not initially. And B, if someone attacks a friend or an ally or a loved one, like Sonny Jim, or in this instance, Bill Shaker. I think in this situation, elements of the badass that was Agent Cooper will resurface with vengeance. While Cooper's memories are mostly lost or buried deep within, I believe his instincts are still intact. He recognized an innocent soul in Sonny Jim, and he suffered in pain when he sees this pure soul saddened. Cooper always had a knack for telling when people were secretly dating or when people were lying to him, and that instinct emerged when he called Tony out as a liar for pushing an insurance scam on the boss.
He's lying.
You're lying.
He's lying.
You're lying.
So I think Coop's fighting instincts will be intact, and more importantly, his instincts to protect. Those are going to come into play, I think, and I imagine Bill Shaker will become a major player. Perhaps even a source of inspiration who once again helps Coop advance to the next level. Meanwhile, once Bad Coop finishes whatever business he may or may not have left at the jail, I imagine he's got their routine down to a T, and that he will make his escape sometime in the near future, the next time we see someone deliver food. Meanwhile, Andy and/or Hawk and/or Lucy will finally peek into the diary and find the pages Annie told Laura to write back in Fire Walk With Me. When the hell are they gonna look at the damn diary? Meanwhile, the keys will arrive at the Great Northern, and records will indicate it was Cooper's room and that he was the last occupant who never returned the keys. This information will reach Ben Horn and ultimately Audrey, and she's gonna be irate because her son Richard is the demon seed of Bad Coop. Meanwhile, Gordon and Cole are in Twin Peaks looking for Ronette Pulaski so that she can confirm Coop ain't Coop. They'll stop for a bite to eat, and Gordon Cole will drool all over Shelley as he listens to her majestic voice without a hearing aid. They're gonna need a place to sleep, so they'll ultimately get rooms at the Great Northern, and they will eventually learn of Cooper's returned keys. Meanwhile, Hawk will finally have the clues he now needs to properly search for Cooper, and he's gonna go find him and bring his ass back to Twin Peaks. Now, of course, this is all just a big theory on one possible way things might potentially play out, and I could be wrong about all of it, every single word of it. But whatever happens next, I, for one, sure can't wait to find out. What do you think will happen next with Agent Cooper? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and have a great night, everyone.